Good morning, guys. It is Zach Pochet, and I wanted to make a video today talking about my experience 10 days into the Lion Diet. So, I'm actually feeling a lot better, a lot more. Uh, it was about day 8 when I finally started feeling good. Um, because the previous days it was a lot of my energy was getting a bit weird. I think I was experiencing sort of a keto flu, so that was a bit rough. But as of about 2 days ago, I really noticed that I just felt like super clear, better than I have before, like ever, or at least in a long time, I should say. Like just mentally clear. Like I'm also not drinking coffee, which I used to, or which I was doing. So this is just purely salt, steak, and water. Now I was diagnosed with ADHD, so I am also taking Atenta, but honestly, like when I even without that, like when I was taking the pill and not like eating whatever else, uh, like it was still like a up and down. And I do know that diet is a huge part of taking care of your mental health. And yeah, like there was a little, it was kind of hard to get to day 8 because like your stomach is adapting. So like I was having, like lots of like bubbles and whatever else you could say. And I think also like you have to watch your waters and salt. So like my heart was beating a lot one morning, and I was like, okay, why is my heart beating? And I realized it's because like my lifestyle wasn't super duper, like it wasn't the most active. Like I was sitting down a lot of the day, and I've tried this sort of a diet before, and like a while back I tried the same thing, but I didn't really adjust anything else. So, yeah, I like in general I do feel clear and I do have more energy to do whatever. Like, and like you have to take care of things like sunlight and moving outside and that sort of thing, which also helps because if you're on this diet and you're just sitting inside all day and like like I can do, uh, it doesn't quite help all the way the same. So you have to also. It sort of helps you get to that lifestyle though of being more active, at least if you're in my experience, and I think if you notice that you're having some things and that sort of stuff. Now there were some stomach issues, like being totally transparent here. I did sort of experience a little bit of actually it was a little bit like half, but there was a little bit of diarrhea on day like 5 or 6. So, um, and yeah, like I'm not pooping or I'm not farting as much, and definitely not pooping as much. So there you go, super super transparent now. Now that we're in the details, but yeah, um, so far it's been great, and like having this sort of a space, um, like I have so much extra time and energy to do things, like to learn recipes and like for stuff that I can enjoy after, like after once I'm off the diet, that is healthier than the normal version of that thing. So, for example, I made Italian soda like 2 days ago. That is basically a strawberry vanilla flavored soda, but it's homemade. I made it with stevia, strawberries, water, and vanilla extract in sparkling water. And I didn't make it for me. I made it for my friends to try. Though I do have like some stored in a jar for once the 30 days is over, or whenever I decide to finally like try it. Uh, so it's sort of given me that like space away from other food to where it doesn't just feel like I'm like addicted to it. So yeah, like learning how to make your own stuff at home, it's pretty good. Like it's not your job to like necessarily support other business owners and that stuff and keep buying their stuff, because you have your own life, and it's better like if you know what's going into your food and you know your ingredients, then in my opinion, like even if you do eat like some sweets or something, it's like one, uh assuming you actually stick like to your diet, which it took me about 4 or 5 attempts to try carnivore for a full month the first time. Um, and when I finally succeeded at it, which was quite difficult, even when I was able to eat, like, I let myself eat, like, still processed cheese and processed meats. Um, like, that was difficult at the beginning, and then, like, a meat base sort of became my normal for life. And now, just being on steak and feeling, like, super clean, like, it takes some time for all of the toxins to sort of get out of your system, and you have to learn how much water to drink because I drink a ton. Speaking of which, got my Luso bottle right here. Bleep. Luso is a mountain range in Portugal that I've actually been to. Or I don't know if it's a mountain range or just a mountain, but I have been there randomly. I didn't know it until I looked at the website. Either way, important to drink a lot of water. So I do. I have like 7 bottles, glass bottles here that I reuse and fill up, and 7 for no particular reason other than I just like to keep a lot of water around me and drink it. I drink probably like maybe somewhere between like at least 5, but probably more in total. I think 5 is like my lowest number, but I'm pretty sure that's just like maybe in the morning. So either way, yeah. Today is day 10 and I feel great. That's essentially the point of this video on the Lion Diet. And yeah, I'm excited to keep going with it all the way to the end. Like, I do have cravings for some foods that I used to make. Like, I've been really lazy about cooking. But like now, like I'm doing like everything at my home with like I'm washing dishes without just wanting to lie in bed and do nothing all day. And like I'm losing a lot of weight. So like I was a bit bigger and I thought I was more muscular, but it turns out a lot of it was just fat. So that's another thing that was news to me. Sometimes big muscles are actually a lot of chunk. It's just sort of wraps around your body, perhaps in a nice way. But when I started the diet, I was at 79.2 kilograms, and as of 10 days later, which is this morning, I am at 74.2. So that is a 5 kilogram difference, and I was gonna say something there. Yeah, so that weight is done like the first thing after I wake up and after I've used the restroom, and then I weigh myself without clothes on. So that is like a real weight, and yeah, that's pretty much that. Yeah, and like I'm pretty much just excited to keep trying and learning new recipes at this point. Like more either like better steak or meat recipes, whatever. Because like if you're bored, just be a generous person and like cook for other people. But like because you want to, because then even though you can't necessarily eat it, you can think more clearly about the ingredients because like you might just want to learn to make something. Like think about what you want. Like think about whatever snack you buy at the store, but then like if you sort of just think like how can I make my version of it that doesn't have all the chemicals and whatever they add there. And yeah, I think it's a bit easier to enjoy, and like you can make stuff for your friends and like have that skill set and experience and make potentially much healthier versions of stuff that other people would normally eat or that you would normally eat. And I'd say healthier, but at least less unhealthy. And you're not putting chemicals and things that you don't know inside of your body and don't know what they do. So create the space from food, and yeah, you'll be pretty much happy. Also, I do sort of kind of intermittent fast. Well, like it's not really intentional at this point. I've just been doing it for a long time. So yeah, normally I eat at lunch. I tried to do a full 1 day fasting, but it doesn't quite work all the time. So like I get a bit lightheaded about like midday. Today, actually, I haven't eaten, but I do feel pretty good, and it's already like 1 p.m. here. So, sort of thinking, well, maybe, I don't know if I'll try it today, but I'll see if I get lightheaded again, and if so, then I will do that. Then I'll just eat. But if I'm fine, then, maybe I can just wait until, I think 5. I think 5 is my eating time, because for me it takes a long time to eat steak, because I haven't learned how to make steaks that just melt in your mouth yet. I'm pretty sure that's the sort of the situation I'm running into. Yeah, it's not totally like rubber. Like, it still cuts fine, but it's reasonably chewy. It's not like a rubber, but it's reasonably chewy. So I gotta solve that. If anyone knows any tips on how to do that, by the way, like any good tips, please let me know in the comments. So also about the comments, I do reply and respond to all of them. So yeah, either way, I feel great, and I'm just hoping that keeps on going and improving. So, that said, it's also a sunny day. Yesterday was a bit cloudy. I didn't feel all the way as nice, but I still felt clear and happy in the belly. So, yep, keep going and keep learning and living. I guess I'll see you at day 20. Yeah, probably day 20 is my next video, and then I think again or maybe even day 15. I don't know. Maybe 15, 20, and 30. But definitely a day 30. So that's just an easy video for me, because I'm just talking to you. Either way, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, bye for now.